What is up, guys? We are back. The flock of seagulls are flying east of Brevard in Hendersonville, North Carolina to check out KANUGA Mountain Bike Park.
Ooh, that's a nice tabletop. Oh, they have drops. They have drops over there, Dad.
Cool.
What? This place looks fun.
That little rock garden.
Ooh. This place looks legit.
That's legitness.
Or at least for Asheville.
All right, so we are at KANUGA. It's a new mountain bike park you can go to. There's no shuttle fee, but you got to pay a pass to come right here. But it's pretty much some downhill, so I'm hoping to get some good flow. It's about 500-mile climb, so Micah is riding the e-bike. What did I say?
Mile.
Yeah, 500 feet, not 500 mile.
Yes.
So let's check out the greens, the blues, and maybe some blacks. See you.
No.
All right, nice easy ride.
I got 3 bars.
That's it? That sucks. You know, if I were you, I wouldn't ride on turbo then. All right, so this is where you start in the parking lot across the street, across the road from where the mountain bike park is. So we're going to be climbing up. This is where we're going to hang a left right here. So there's 2 ways to get up to the top of the mountain. This is actually a family from Indianapolis. We were parked next to them, so it was cool to see someone from our home state. And this is the top of the mountain. All right, what do you got? What are we riding?
Let's see.
That's actually Southeast style. Can I go first? Do you want to go first? You go first, and if I want to pass, I'll just kind of holler at you. Just be careful. You don't have clips. Southeast style is like a Whistler type downhill mountain bike run with gigantic jumps, including the name is escaping me right now. Big Brutus, I think is what it's called. Probably a 55, 60 foot tabletop. Okay, I'm gonna pass on your right here. It's huge. So this is the green trail. Be careful, buddy. Okay? So if you were to bring a family, this is the trail in which you're gonna start on, and depending on their skill, probably stay on all the way down. So it's got some really good flow to it, some jumps. There's even a couple of like doubles. For someone who isn't looking for the doubles, may not realize it's a double, but if you're carrying your speed fast enough and you go for it, you could probably double them. But it's a nice, easy run down. No big, gigantic, huge berms. I can tell you my wife does not like those huge berms. There isn't any huge berms on this. Just some nice, smaller berms that you can carry your speed on. Very, very good trail for beginners. However, it's still fun and fast enough to where you could send it and still have a good time, even if you're an intermediate or even probably an expert rider. So like you probably heard at the beginning, my shock lost a ton of air and my pump was jacked up, so I couldn't put more air in my shock. So riding this day, I eventually had to lock out my shock because it was way too soft. I was not comfortable jumping anything, and like I said, towards the end I locked it out. So a couple of mechanical issues on this particular ride, but nothing that's going to stop us from shredding some KANUGA, baby. So once you get to the bottom of this trail, you'll actually have to hang a left and ride a little bit up not up the mountain, but just kind of up where this ends. And there'll be another spot where some of the trails end as well. So there's essentially 2 bottom spots for the trails. And we're gonna climb up the other side of the mountain. There's 2 ways to go up the hill. One is the easy way, this is the bottom. We're gonna hang a left right there. First in flight. Take it easy. There's some tabletops on here, okay? So we climb the other way to go up. This is halfway up the mountain. This is called First in Flight. It's another beginner trail with some bigger kind of tabletops that you can do. Like I said, my shock was jacked up, so I wasn't doing anything as far as getting my wheels off the ground. What's nice about this is it's right next to the road. You can see we kind of hop off right here to the right. So you can session this trail pretty good without having to do a ton of climbing.
Fine.
We only did it once. So now
just go slow.
Climb to the top again.
Don't do any jumps. And I'll meet you at the very bottom. Like, you know where we all kind of came together? I'll wait there for you. And then we'll head back to the car.
Okay.
Check your tire, check my shock. Aight. Have fun.
So Micah is doing Evergreen, and I'm going to check out GNCC. You'll probably hear me say this, but in case you don't know, GNCC stands for Grand National Cross Country. What that is, that's the series on the East Coast where they race dirt bikes on trails. And when you look at how this trail's built...
Stick down there? I broke a spoke. Mother of God!
As you look at the trail, it's really built to where you've got some really good, just tight ruts that'll carry you through the turns. That is exactly how the trails are built in a GNCC.
Neep and deep.
Neep and deep. In case you don't know, in case you're new to the channel, that means nope in the Stigall family. Neep and deep. But yeah, GNCC, it's really built just like trails through the woods. Very cool, very fun. There's even a little whoop section up here. Right there. And right here.
Whoops. Whoop section.
I like this trail. I thought it was pretty fun. Ended up doing it one more time and locking out my shock so I can get a little bit more control since it was so soft.
These are carved out like ruts on a dirt bike track. That's why they call it GNC.
So here's where you're going to be getting right where the top of Flight of Fear is. And you can go turn right. That's the way to go up.
Chicken line.
That's the way to go up the mountain the other way. Or you can keep going. So you can stop and go up. I'm going to go ahead and go to the very bottom so I can catch up with Micah, who's going to be at the bottom of Evergreen. That was a close call. All right, so here's the bottom. I'm going to hang a right here, and go to the bottom of Evergreen. And there he is.
Hey, baby.
Broke a spoke.
You did?
Yeah. The GNC was fun, but you probably couldn't have done it. It would have been.
I didn't want to.
Yeah, it would have been too much. Let's head back. Neep and deep.
Yeah, so as far as who can handle GNCC, there's nothing too gnarly to where you can go slow and just go around it. There's a little drop zone that they have on the way back to the car. So I mean, if you're upper beginner to newer intermediate, you could probably do it. Not too bad.
I'll be back. Word.
So Micah was done. So I climbed all the way back up, and I'm gonna do GNCC part 2. Check it out one more time. Now that I know kind of how the trail is, I got my shock locked out at this point. Try to get a little bit more speed flowing through the turns. And not break a spoke this time. Oh, thank you.
Neep and deep again.
Nope. Skimming the whoops like Jeremy McGrath, baby.
Freaking whoops.
So this time going down GNCC, I'm actually going to stop at the road and hang a right so I can climb up the hill without going all the way down the hill and having do the entire climb up. Like I said at the beginning, this is about a 500-foot elevation gain going up the hill, so it's not horrible. I think that's pretty comparable to what you have at Baker's Creek in Knoxville. Hang a right, and I'm going to go to the very top, and I'm going to do Evergreen one more time.
Fun climb, isn't it?
Oh my God, I wish I had an e-bike.
I know, that's why my son brought my wife.
Which one did you bend down?
So I've been down the green trail, whatever it's called over here, Evergreen, GNCC over here. It's like I used to ride dirt bikes, and it reminds me of a dirt bike trail, and GNCC is Grand National Cross Country, so I kind of probably why they named it that way. Green of the Ever. Got my shock locked out on this time.
This is going to be the last trail for me today at KANUGA. Wanted to see how much faster I can go on this trail now that I've been down it once, and also locking out my shock to see what I can do. Like I said, it's a fun trail. Hindsight, I probably wish I would have tried maybe one of the other black trails. I'll tell you, one of the blue trails that's pretty popular was closed today, so I didn't get to ride it, and that was actually the one that I had my heart set on. Painted black, it looks pretty cool as well, but once again, I just, with having the mechanical issues that I had, I kind of stayed away from it.
Dang it.
Ruddo Ruckus is the other blue intermediate trail that I was hoping to get, but they were doing some maintenance on that trail. Hey, here's another call out about how awesome KANUGA is. So you probably heard me say to my son, let's get back to the truck so we can look at his tire. So he had a slow leak, and one of the guys who's working on the trails kind of heard me say something about it. So he grabbed the pump out of his truck and helped pump up Micah's tire. And they said, hey, if you see me on the trails and you need more air, you can just hop in my truck and grab it right out of the bed of my truck and just pump up your tires. So very, very cool guys and gals, I'm sure, working at KANUGA, working on the trails, but also just a really cool advocates of just the mountain biking community. I just love how just people are so friendly and willing to help one another. Like I said, we ran into a family who was from Indianapolis, parked right next to us. Very familiar with a lot of the trails that we ride on a daily basis, whether it's Brown County or Southwest Way or Town Run. So very, very friendly and very, very cool. What I would say about KANUGA, I want to go back. If you have a family who does not have e-bikes and are not used to climbing, it's going to be a challenge. But it's worth the grind if you can get up it. For someone who is beginner, maybe intermediate to definitely expert, they've got everything for you here. It's on our list, go back. If it's a family, as long as they can do some climbing, they'll be good as well. I think it was a $25 fee. It was really on the honor system. I'm not sure if they're going to change that down the road, but we definitely paid because we want to support this place. Go check it out, KANUGA. It's fun. It's different than what you typically find in Brevard.
I had it locked out the whole time.
Thanks for riding along, and peace out, suckers!